You know, one day I drive and chenda kwa mtare. Ndovanda miswa. Zvikanzi isa ma indicator ako ndovandaisa. Zvikanzi isa reverse light vandaisa. Zvikanzi tsika ma brake vandatsika. Zvikanzi iri tail light haritsi kubaka.
Okay.
Ndikati ndofunga ratofa nhasi because nezuro chairo raibaka. Zvikanzi atakuti kunyorera ticket. And then I looked at the police car. All the tail lights were broken. And I said, I will not pay you a cent. Your car is unroadworthy. You are actually criminals who are trying to enforce a law. So this law of having a roadworthy vehicle only applies to us. It doesn't apply to you. And then I came into my car and drove away. I said, follow me if you can. I knew that they don't have enough fuel anyway. Now, police officers inspect cars to see if the cars are roadworthy. But they themselves are driving an unroadworthy car. How can that be called law enforcement? I refuse. Kuti mupurisa ari kudriva motikari nematai asisina any grip and inspect matai yangu inini. Azviite. Pamune mutarisa matai emota yangu ndendicharisa matai emotikari yenyu. Ndobvunza kuti saka imi chakupaiwo mvumo yekufamba nemota yakadai chi? Saka mutemo wamuri kutaura uno apply kwatiri kwamura uapply kuti zvidi. If citizens had that mentality, Pastor,
Yes.
these governments should not be taking us for a ride. No one is above the law, including the police officers.
Yes.
They are not above the law.
Yes.
Motikari mapurisa haina kana reverse light. Dai kuri kunzi akafa zviri nani akapwa nyika yese. Asari kuti mateo lights ako hasi kubaka. Angu aripo atodzimawo zvawo magetsi anobva.
Yes.
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 And all those laws are also illegal. I want to say that we know how to govern. Yes. Ichasvika nguva yekuti Mwari achatipa vanhu vanoziva Mwari votungamira nyika. Kuti nyika inotongwa sei tozviziva. Tikatowana mukana wacho zvinoda kuitwa kuti vanhu vatungamirirwe zvakanaka tozviziva. Ende ndosaka tichitaura kuti ava vari kudofora havasi kugona kutungamira nyika. Hakuna munhu anofanira kubhadhariswa ticket rekuti motikari yake ine defect. Nekuti madefects emota anomuka ichifamba. Hakuna mota inotanga kufama lights yakapaka. Yozomutswa kudai. So the right way to enforce traffic laws is a system where the first time a police officer discovers a defect on a car,
Yes.
we must have policing system digitalized. They must issue a warning. Go and fix this car. Enter that warning on the database. Give this person at least 7 days. Number one, to find the money. Number two, to find the right mechanic to fix this matter.
Yes.
Because if my tail lights malfunctions when I'm in Bulawayo, I want to go back home to Harare. What should I do? I cannot start looking for a mechanic in Bulawayo because I might end up putting my car into the wrong hands.
Yes.
I have my own mechanic that I trust. I have to be able to go back to Harare.
Yes.
To my own mechanic who I have a reputation with.
Yes.
Check my car and fix it.
Yes.
But it's like a small matter in Zimbabwe. It gives the government a right, number one, to harass the citizens. Number two, to steal money in the name of law enforcement.
Yes.
Number two, people should not be asked to pay for toll gate fees in real time. It does not have any economic sense.
Yeah.
The budget of the government is annual. The revenues of the government are annualized, which means it doesn't make a difference whether I pay my fines today or next month or 3 months later, as long as I pay them in that same year.
Yes.
So people should not be asked to pay toll gates as they travel. They have to have an account that is debited. Simple.
Yes.
I can pay my toll gate fees at the end of the month. I can pay my toll gate fees after 3 months. To the government and to revenue collection, it does not make a difference.
Yes.
Vanhu vese vari pamatoll gate ava haisi nzira yekucreata my jobs. It is initiative, inertia. and motivational paralysis on the government of the state. It is evidence, number one, that our government enjoys bringing pain upon the people. Your mother is sick in the village. You are broke. You borrow money to put fuel in the car to go and bring your mother to town for treatment. You don't have toll gate fees. So should your mother die because of toll gate fees?
No.
She shouldn't.
No.
You understand the problem?
Yes.
So inyaya yakuti pawasvika itoburitsa mari zvinoita sekunge we are running a tax shop government that does not have banking details. A government that survives on cash transactions is an extremely corrupt government. Because wherever government fees are paid in cash, corruption tendencies balloon and skyrocket.
Yes.
Because you have to negotiate with the cashier. The cashier can say, give me half the fees and go. You understand? Yes. Government fees are supposed to be plastic money based.
Amen.
Transactions that are digitalized.
Yes.
They keep and leave trails that one can then use to audit government departments. When we did a crusade in Veke, there was no toll gate. There were 2 drums and shabbily dressed police officers. Uniform yacho yaita kunge yakatengwa 1920. Vakabata kabhuku so omira pamadrum ipapo makati chef makati boss tiripo right yangu yakubata toll gate oburitsa mari ye toll gate so mupurisa obvaisa mari muhomwe rese mari yehurumende inoiswa muhomwe maofisi makambozviona izvozvo kuri kurana government kunge vaya vanobika chikokeyana muruzevha vanoti vakangodira kapu vopuwa mari vese muchihembe munozama mai anobika sadza anenge ane chiapron chine homwa mari yehurumende iri kuiswa muapron kudai hazvinyadzise here muna 2020 kuti hatina digital payment platforms for our government. Mari yehurumende inobviswa iri cash all the time. Why? In 2026 you are still required to pay a spot fine to a police officer. That's embarrassing. And shame on everyone who says they went to school in ZANU-PF. The state of our government is evidence that people in government are school dropouts. There is no evidence kuti tiri kutungamirwa nevanhu vakaenda kuchikoro. Madhiramu maviri so pastor drama apa ubva vaisa danda pamusoro pedhiramu mupurisa apa wezimura wacho akapfeka chibhutsu chisina hiri akamira akadai so kwakutoti hamuna mvura here ndipewo mvura pano pari kupisa ndikatora muhomwe yeyo toge tutenge mvura tora marimo inoonekwa nani hapana evidence yekuti mari yatorwa yetogeti mari saka ndakati nai officer saka ramuri kuti gedhi apa nderipi madhiramu iwaidori gedhi racho ndikati ndo zvazviri baba toita zeni chitipaiwo mari yemvura yekunwa ndikatora muhomwe yehurumende iyoyo ndozvimwe zvandakaregera basa izvozvi zvitaona kuti handiri kuitiswa zvinhu zvisina musoro nehurumende. Ndo basa racho kopfungwa dzako dzadii kuita basa ukasiya zvinhu zvisina musoro izvi. There shouldn't be toll gate fees paid on the spot, and we shouldn't have parking marshals, people who wake up in the morning to go to work. When they get to work, their job is to receive cash when people park their cars in government city council based parking lots in the CBD. It's embarrassing. In other countries, those parking spaces are digitally controlled. You get a ticket as you go in, you go and pay to the parking machine, you get a ticket when you go out. There is nobody there. Vanhu vese vanoshanda mumatogeti, vanhu vese vanoita basa rekupakisa motikari, hamusi vanhu vari pabasa, muri vanhu vari kuyamwa mari yehurumende mahara. It's not necessary. We don't even need one madman to be at a toll gate. Not even a madman. That's not job creation. That is lack of innovation, lack of creativity. It basically having leadership that has no clue about governance. Yes. That's not governance. Nanas uchiri kunyorwa tik card reclinic nanesi maoko kudai. Buku iroro rikabiwa kana kudyiwa nemakonzo zvadhakwa. You can't go to any clinic after 10 years and ask them for records that they treated you 10 years ago. They don't have records.
Yes.
Is that governance now?
No.
Unonyorerwa zita rako pachipepa chebhondi so zita, ma kgs, temperature, onzi chipepa chako ichi enda pa next step. Doclinic yacho. No. And I was said last week, Pastor, when I was told that many of our hospitals do not have hospital laboratories.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey.
So if you are, for example, in Kutama Hospital, what is it? Is it Murombedzo Kutama Hospital? You get there, whatever specimen they collect from you to test you of your diseases, they have to send the specimen to Harare or to Norton because they don't have a lab. So when they do blood tests, they will ask you to come back at least after 2 days or 3 days. They have to wait for the results to come out. In 2026, we don't have labs at hospitals. When I went to India for treatment, they took my bloods and everything. And they told me to wait. They said, wait. I waited there.
Wow.
They have a lab for every test at every hospital. So when you are in that hospital, you don't leave the hospital to go to Lancet Laboratories to get your tests. Even in South Africa, Lancet Laboratories have labs in those hospitals.
Yes. Right.
They don't send you to a lab. There is a lab in the hospital.
So they did a blood test.
I needed full blood count and other tests.
Okay.
So they took my bloods and they said, wait. I waited for 20 minutes.
For the results?
For the results.
Wow.
And they said, we just wanted you to get your results for your own personal records. Go to your doctor. The results are already in his system.
Wow.
So you don't take the lab results to your doctor.
No.
The doctor sees the results in their system.
Wow. 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Chino muZimbabwe unoora.
Yes.
Ma results asati adzoka. Wondiudza kuti hanzi tiri kuvaka nyika. Muri kuvaka chi?
Ndozoka results munafa.
Ma results anobuda zvakaitika pastor. We have a believer who died before the results were out.
Oh no.
The results were supposed to come out within 3 days. They later came out after 5 days. In Ziklag, one of our child passed away before the results came out. The lab said we are inundated. We have a backlog. There was power and so wait. 5 days. Makamira ma results. Emma test. You have to explain to the sick man. Be strong, madam. You have to be in this pain for the next unknown number of days. The doctor doesn't know how to treat you. They need to have the results first. Imborwadziwaitete ma results apana. And believers look at me. How do you know that the specimen of your blood that is taken at Kutama Hospital, but they have to go to Harare to the lab? How do you know that they are not contaminated along the way?
Yes.
How do you know that they are not compromised along the way? How do you know that they don't change the bottles and announce the results that are not from your specimen? We are kutakura maropa rako nechimdududu. Aasi kutakura here nekirango futi yeyo. Ko mudududu wake ukafa, chikula box chaangaisirwa ma-ice blocks chikameuta akamirira kuti apiwe rimwe vhiri asati asvika kuHarare. Ropa rako rinosvika kuHarare raora. Iwe ipapo ungori muchipatara chete. Vasati vaburitsa maresults kudaro, iwe ndiwo chabhadhara futi mari yekubhadhara mubhedha. Wauri kufanirwa kuramba uri pauri ndama results asati abuda. Uchabhadhara chikafu chauri kudya. Avati futi sorry, hatina lab. Vanoita kunge imhosva yako futi yekuti havana lab. Munondiudza kuti tane how many years since independence? 1980, 46 years. Tane 46 years. Tawana independence. Fungo yekuisa malab muzvipatara haisati yauya matiri. Fungo yekuisa lab paParenyatwa, lab paRe Hospital, lab paMpilo, lab paWilkins, lab pachi hatina. Saka pamene mchiti paya muri kuita musangano, muri kutaura nezvei? How many labs could we have built with the money that has been used to buy these useless cars donated to scoundrels to buy their support for a rogue constitutional amendment program? Pamaria takatenga mota tikadoneta kuna kapfupi na kuna macheso tingadai takavaka malab mangani. Hurumende yerudzi inodoneta mota kuma citizens. What kind of government donates cars to citizens? Who needs a car when they are drinking contaminated water? Who needs a car in a country with no standard roads? Who needs a car in a country where there is not sufficient electricity? Motikari ndedzei? Ivo vanosapota musangano ndivo vamwe futi vanoudzwa kunzi torai ropa muende naro kulebhu yakati. Iwe ndiwo uri kurwara, ndiwo unonzi hauna hama here. Hama yako ndo ichatora futi ropa rako roenda nayo kulebhu uko. Wozonzi right, mozodzoka kana mari dzavo dzauya. Anouya rini? Nhasi musi wechizviya, nhasi Sunday, okay, 5 days. Chiuya Saturday, mari dzavo tsenya anenge auya. Marwadzo ndinovaudza sei kuti mbomirai kurwadza, mari dzavo dzatanga auya. Munhu haasi kufema, mari dzavo dzakamirirwa. Pain ndoiudza sei kuti mbonyarara, imbondipa 5 days, ndapota. How can I tell my wounds? How can I tell my body to wait for the test results?
So what Apostle Chiwenga is explaining, right, is very important. We need to look at the cost of the inefficiencies of the government in terms of failure to make sure that the institutions are functional. For example, the police, which you mentioned, as well as the health sector. When you're looking at that, that affects Zimbabweans a lot. And, you know, this is due to corruption. This is due to government inefficiencies. And we need to look at this so as to understand the reason why we cannot afford to continue to have such a government. So Zimbabwe is losing over $1 billion every year to corruption. $1 billion. Imagine what $1 billion could do in the policing sector as well as in the health sector. If you put that money, 500 million aside, or let us say in the policing sector you put 600 million, and in the health sector you put 600 million, in the policing sector you put 400 million, which is being lost through corruption. Imagine if you put that money into those two sectors, what will happen? You have you have efficiency in the way the police conduct themselves. They will have cars, they will have proper remuneration, they will have everything they need to make sure that they do their jobs. As well as when you're looking at the issues of the health sector, you see all the hospitals, whether district hospitals, provincial hospitals, or local hospitals, you see them funded to the fullest. So you are looking at Zimbabwe, the issues which are being talked about right here, you see that there is inflated procurement system which works in Zimbabwe. And that is paralyzing this nation in terms of obtaining the much needed medical equipment. We have probably ghost workers who are on hospital payrolls. So Zimbabwe is now known for bribery. When you go to the hospitals, someone with money would bribe a nurse, would bribe a doctor so that they get treated ahead of you. It happens. And when the nurse is hungry and is being paid money which is not enough, they need to pay school fees, they need to meet their own bills, and they can't. What should they do? So they sell drugs, they are involved in corruption, they take bribes. So you can see that that is a very, very huge challenge and a very big problem, to a point where people who are supposed to be, who go to the surgeries, they will be admitted in hospitals if there is need for them to be admitted. And they will pay to the surgery, and to the hospital, they will simply go there, and the doctor will come and prioritize them. Each and every time the doctor comes, you prioritize them ahead of other patients. It happens because they've paid elsewhere. So when you're looking at this thing called bribery, it doesn't look like it's bribery until you understand how it is happening. But do these people have an option? No, because when you are a worker, economics taught us that there is a level which comes with the kind of work you are doing. For example, you are a pilot. There are a lot of expectations because just a few people can be pilots. Because of that high demand for pilots, yet they are in short supply. The salaries of pilots, they must be up. So The same applies to doctors. It's very difficult to be a doctor. Not everyone can be a doctor. The same applies to nurses. Not everyone can be a nurse. So when you're looking at the numbers of doctors, the number of pilots versus numbers of other professions, you could see that those fields, they have fewer people. Hence, the supply is low, yet the demand is high. Then you couple it, with the kind of work which is being done. It's a very complex task which is being done because you are taking people up, like you are flying people from place to place, you are taking someone into surgery, you are administering medicine into someone. There is a lot of risk involved. Yet the reward for that is too low. So you can see the reason why these people end up doing whatever they are doing, because they have some standards to meet. Imagine your colleagues in South Africa. They own houses, they drive, their kids can go to vacations, their families can do a lot of things, yet you can't afford from Zimbabwe. Imagine what will happen if you want to match the standards in South Africa. That is where the problem is. So, because of that, you will see that a lot happens in those fields. Imagine the police officer who is supposed to arrest a drug lord, and he does have an area at school. The child is being sent away from the boarding school, is being humiliated, and is offered money. And the drug lord says, you go to arrest them and say, okay, there is $1,000. Here it is. And you really need that $1,000 because you need to meet some bills. You need to pay some bills. Imagine a situation where you are discussing with your wife to say, okay, I was offered some money by a drug lord, and the wife will say, Mdara makapusa. And even the children will tell you, Mdara makapusa, tora mari mdara. So you will see that people end up being involved in bribery to meet certain lifestyles. Imagine a point where you are not corrupt by nature, but because you are working around corrupt people, and everything should happen, and you are forced to be part of the network somehow. Saka patorwa mari, docket rufana disappear. Your seniors and other peers on the same level my juniors, they are cooperating to docket disappear, and you are the only one who is not cooperating. Imagine what will happen. You can be charged of insubordination and you can be transferred kuenda kumachonyo chonyo. Kwa unoita 2 days uri parodi kuenda kubenki. Ukaenda kubenki nhasi unodzoka muswe Monday. Imagine a situation like that. Wekuti unorara mubhazi kana une kwawafunga kuenda. Imagine a situation yekuti kukaita wiki bridge rakavhara, unoitawo wiki usati wasvika kumba. Imagine uchinzi ndokwa kutransfer kuendeswa ikoko. Sometimes people end up joining these groups the war because of that. So situation iwewe ndowe wega mutsvene ipapa. So there are so many things which are happening, and I think these things, they need to be talked about more oftenly because they affect our workforce. They affect how things are done. They affect how things must be done. So critically, if our government is serious, they really need to look into these things, investigate these things, and make sure that they deal with these things accordingly. So it's not a small issue. It's a very, very complex issue, which really needs the government to look into it and to deal with it. Okay, let us leave the issues of what human beings could do, and let's look at the equipment itself. Imagine you are a doctor working at Parenyatwa and the cancer machine is not working, or you have a situation where the chemo machine is it a chemo? I'm not so sure. Not a chemo. That radiation machine, cancer. Imagine it functions like you only treat 4 or 5 people. Machine of ones were overheated. Mvura hapana, you have a situation where just a day you are limited to 4 or 5 people. Imagine a situation where you are watching your patients die. You ever with doctor with cancer, you are watching your patients die because there is no equipment. Imagine a situation where you go to Parinyatwa, the CT scan is not working, the MRI machine is not working, all the necessary and key machines are not working. And you have to go and book to private hospitals or private places. Imagine a situation where you are a doctor, you love saving lives, but you cannot save lives because the government is not willing to provide the necessary tools. So they are underpaying you. One, you have accepted it and you say, okay, I'm going to work with whatever I have because I swore an oath to save lives. But there is no equipment. I was looking at this young man, akazvimba kufesi kwesoko akadii, akunzi akurapiswa natagwiri. That young man could have been treated a very long time ago, but he had to endure a lot of pain simply because of government inefficiencies, because the government doesn't care. So we end up, our hospitals end up suffering. Imagine you go to a police station or you call the police and say, okay, there is a crime happening right now and they don't have a car. They want to assist you, but they don't have a car or there is no fuel. Imagine such a situation. Then you go to other countries, they have plenty cars at their disposal, they have everything at their disposal, but in your country don't have it. So these are very important things. And the moment you go to the hospital, you can share my services. Why? Ndopaunotanga kupepuka. Zvoita hanzi 2030 anenge achipo zvinozvikanganwa izvi. And you start to sing along the issues of change. So we need a serious government. Our government must be held accountable. That is the reason why we have to speak about this thing. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe, your views and your thoughts.